even cosmetologists, entrepreneurship and knowledge, bringing all of this. Hey, we gon' take it beyond the chair. Hey, we gon' take it beyond the chair. From all over the world, SoCal, do the most. Ericka Styles and J.
Podcast. My name is Ericka Chancellor, your host, and today we have some Black beauty supply owners here as our guests in our studio. But before we get to that, I just want to talk about the COVID-19. Of course, that's just hitting the waves of everything. And so I just recently found out that Arizona did not close their beauty and barbershops.
Okay.
So what do you guys feel? I mean, why would California close theirs and then Arizona think that it's not important to close theirs? Do you think it's a control issue? It's a what?
You go first.
Ladies
well, thank you. You definitely have to consider the population. It's a lot closer quarters here. It's a lot more supplies and salons. And also, sometimes, because California is still very different from New York, which is,
right. Even closer quarters.
Right, even closer quarters. So I think it's just all things I think that everybody, as far as the economy is concerned, is trying to hold on as long as they possibly can. Mm-hmm. So they're kind of willing to push the envelope a little bit. Okay. But I don't think that they are looking to us to take orders or set the standard. They've always set themselves apart.
Yeah,
as we
they
know.
Have. Yeah.
So,
Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
we know about y'all.
They don't follow the trend.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah, so there's me now. I'm a little bit more radical, so I'll figure out a way to.
No, I told you.
I usually need proof, so I always want to see show me, what's really going on. Like, let me see where this could really be a problem. And I feel like they had enough time to really show where it could turn into something that could really,
mm-hmm.
have an effect on a majority of the population. And as far as stats, I think hunger kills more people as far as from January to where we are right now.
Right. I
so
agree.
there's a lot of things that really need to be looked at to see how legitimate this whole thing is. And I'm saying, I'm happy about the fact that people are being more clean. Because I always think that's a positive. That's always a plus. You should always, when I wash my hands before I go use the bathroom. So it should definitely be at least after.
Right.
But I wouldn't say that I don't believe that something could happen, but I want to say that provided we have the right diet and take care of ourselves, we had a flu back in October
that was
put a lot of people that, was out here on their butts and had people sitting down. It wasn't a bunch of news behind it.
Right.
But I know people that was down for like a month and people went to the hospital. People died behind that.
Right.
It's all the marketing behind it that concerns me. It's just
okay.
It shows how powerful the media is. Like you could really
I think that
turn
is one
something
thing
into a real tragedy because you got people that want to believe that these people that are in a position to provide this information are giving us the right information.
Right.
But you got to look at the fact, is it really true? Is it to the extent that it's bombarded to us right now? It's too much. I can't even deal with it. In the house, what am I doing in the house?
Right. So that's just something I just really had to get off my chest. And then it's another thing that's been affecting us, and that is people are doing house calls.
Mm-hmm.
So it's if we're social distancing in businesses, really, you really gonna allow somebody to be up in your house with the possibility of having it?
I'm being smart. You gotta watch your gloves. Watch your gloves.
I'm not saying that you're doing it, but I'm just saying, or anybody's doing it, but I'm just saying not only are you now putting yourself at risk, you putting your family members that live in that house at risk. That's what I would think. That's how I would look at it. So I don't know.
We gotta eat better. We gotta do better as people, to our body. We gotta learn more about ourselves. We know a lot about how to get out there and make a living, but do you know how your heart works? How your
Right.
body connects to
Just
you?
being more health
Health
conscious.
conscious, like
Yeah.
what's good for your body? What isn't? Like let's get into that.
You can chime in whenever
for
you
these
want.
house calls, I actually think that the people that are doing the house calls are even more clean than those who are set up at a station because you're constantly having to clean everything constantly. You know, that could slip up if you got somebody in your chair and you rush in or whatever, but you're constantly breaking down and setting back up again. Also, if you're using gloves, if you have on your mask, you're not getting exposed. That's it. Asymptomatic or symptomatic. If you have on your gloves, if you have your mask on, you're good. Wear a facial shield. Like, just protect yourself.
Right.
It really doesn't matter because you still have people that are going to the grocery stores. You still have people, like, we're open. You know what I mean? We're open. We have a mini market, so you know there are people in and out. The sanitizer is in rotation, the gloves are in rotation, the masks are in rotation. It's that simple. I think it's about your normal habits. Like this morning, you know, my husband's Jamaican, so he always, when all else fails, go back to your roots. So he's up boiling lemons and ginger and the rum. Shout out to Ray Nephew and Honey Proof. You know, he got, you know, he like passing out the cups like, good morning, everybody. It's time. I was like, oh, you passing out the cure, huh, babe? You know? So, you know, take care of yourself. Listen to the advice. Because, you know, drink in the warm, you know, clear your sinuses, mucus free, all of those things. You know, through God's grace, I've never had the flu, nor a flu shot.
Yes.
But,
you
know, I hold on to what I do that's working, and then I take the advice as well. So you know, the sanitizer is popping. Make sure you keep your moisture up. All of those kind of things.
Right.
So if somebody is coming in, that you're not gonna go all the way up and through my house, but I have you know your section. Right. You know, let's come get this. This is the service section or whatever. Do my nails or my hair or whatever.
Right.
I find that so essential that I have to have you come and do it for me, and then clean up after you gone, reclean myself after it, and move on. Right. You know, so
you're holding those. You would be holding those same practices
anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, whether it was at your home or Okay. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. This COVID.
Don't forget to introduce.
I'm getting ready to. She already said that. And I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Right.
So
it's just act like it ain't here.
Yeah, exactly. So we wait. I couldn't wait. So
we know your name.
Now we are going to introduce.
So start over our time. So just say, welcome to
Beyond the Chairs podcast. My name is Ericka Chancellor, your host, and today we have Danny and Amber, two Black beauty supply owners, and we just here chopping it up with them. So, Danny.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what drove you into the
beauty supply?
Yeah, the beauty supply business.
Danny Samuel. The store is called Ace Beauty Supply in Hawthorne, California. I was already a barber, so I was already cutting hair for quite some time.
Okay.
You know, started out just cutting, and then started experimenting with chemicals when people want to texturize, and I've been doing it for a long time, so I kind of been through a couple of different phases.
Yes, it's all natural now.
After I got good with it, after I, you know, permed a bunch of brothers straight, no curls, and then got it right, I just decided that I got better at it. And a beauty supply became open after I got fired.
From your corporate job?
I got fired from the barbershop that I was working in. That's a long story.
Okay.
You can't get fired from a barbershop, by the way.
You can? I didn't know you could get private barbershop. I thought they
come
were
with too
all
many ideas.
Yeah, they don't like that. Don't come over here
You gotta-
thinking.
you
Just
gotta
go
keep
there.
that to yourself. Wait your turn.
Stay in your lane.
I don't know. I got fired from the barbershop. But it wasn't like a we not friends anymore type. We just couldn't do business anymore.
Okay.
That was the lesson I got from that. We just can't do business. Like we're not gonna not talk to each other, but we're just not gonna be in the same place.
Right. Yeah.
So before I left, I saw that the beauty supply was available.
Mm-hmm.
It had been closed. That's a long story too. How I came to that, but I'm not gonna go into that right now. However, I got the number, called the person, and worked out the deal. The lady that fired me helped me work out the deal.
Oh, okay.
That's right. The burn of bridges.
So she got me a real good deal. She was already in business. She had been seasoned for a long time. So I should have been quiet and probably listened to what she was talking about when I was at the barbershop. But like I said, we maintained the relationship.
Right.
And that grew me when she came back and worked with me to get the beauty supply. So I ended up doing that. And then from 96 till now, it's like, well, kind of now. Closed now, but from 96 until COVID.
Right.
Okay, Miss Amber.
Thank
So
you.
tell us about you.
Well, thank you for having me. My name is Amber Osborne, and I'm the owner of Temple Beauty Supply. I'm in the city of Carson, and I don't have a cosmetology background.
Okay.
I did do several different multi-level marketings. I've been an Avon lady. I dabbled in Mary Kay for a second. I did Scentsy candles. Then I went into what was Lip Sense, which was a long-lasting lip color.
Okay.
And that kind of pushed me into a different direction with that. It was well for me. It was different. And through that, I began dealing with other women in business type organizations. Shout out to Black Businesswomen Rock.
Yes, shout out to Black Businesswomen.
So I started working with Black Businesswomen Rock heavily. And then I found myself surrounded by hundreds of Black women in business. And one day there was a lady who came through who was stopping at every table asking people, did they need small business loans or did they need grants? And that's when I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't my business.
Right.
I'm just slinging somebody else's stuff. I'm not even in position to get money, and there's money to be got.
Right.
So I then began to change my thinking, like, okay, how can I secure the bag? They out here trying to give me this money. Let me figure out a way to get it. Fast forward 3 years from there, I had an opportunity to be on Snoop Dogg's TV show, game show, Joker's Wild. So I went on to the Joker's Wild show, ended up winning big on the show,
Okay.
and was hoping to do something with my business, move. I wanted to move. I'm from Compton. Shout out to Compton. Shout out to Compton and Long Beach, Snoop. So I ended up, I won $50,000 on the show. I didn't. It's not a whole lot you can do with $50,000 in the LA real estate market.
Don't give it to me.
I mean, theoretically, okay, which block?
Some blocks.
Okay, I'll wait. It ain't LA County.
No, it ain't LA County.
But I could ball out in Victorville.
Right,
Shout out to
exactly.
Victorville, Lancaster, Palmdale, Arizona.
Riverside.
Riverside, right. I'm not going there. I love LA way too much. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to open a beauty supply store. I had been to one not too long before then, and it was Asian owned. And I was just sick and tired. Like the transaction didn't go well. I bought the wrong hair. I needed to exchange it. I had been patronizing that business.
we always know what they say.
Yeah, normally I had been patronizing their business so I could do a return. You know what I mean? So I was trying to maintain that. And she was like, no, the policy changed. I don't know what to tell you. And I'm like, wait, lady, this is $75. I ended up buying more hair from somewhere else because it was appointment time anyway. Long story short, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. So every time I decided I was doubting if this was the direction I wanted to go in, I would get that slap in the face that would be like,
remember?
Yeah. And so I was like, I gotta do
What
it.
you looking for?
Right. I gotta do it. Cause I mean, you know, you're in my community. You don't like me. You don't respect me. I mean, like, she walked away while I was talking to her, like, lady, it's gotta be something we can do, you know? And she just walked away. And I was like, this why they get the video of us nutting up.
Right.
Because
only
of the level
they
of
cut out
disrespect.
everything else.
They forgot how I walked in.
I don't know.
Right, with sound, grace, and class. They don't care about none of that. All they got was me flipping the table. All the nose rings is on the floor.
Right.
All the lip gloss
Earrings,
on. You know, all that stuff gone. You know, that's all they want to show. So I was like, you know what, lady? You lucky I got it. But what if I didn't have it? What if I was desperate? What if I was on my last? You know what I mean? That's enough to push somebody over the edge.
Exactly.
You know? And you done walked away while I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. So, I say, hey, Beyonce said the best revenge is your paper.
Right.
So, you know, don't get mad, get even.
Right.
So I opened in August of last year, and, you know, it's been a blessing ever since. Just everything has been just flowing through organically. I've linked up with some other solid sisters that also own beauty supply stores. You know, shout them out in a minute too. And, you know, we just been trying to work together and keep it going. And we need it as a people. We need it.
And that's what I was going to say, because the title of this episode is Re-Aim to Reclaim Entrepreneur Leadership. And so, and I feel like Black Beauty Supplies stepped in and did that. You guys stepped in and you re-aimed our focus and our vision that we can literally have our own Black businesses,
right,
and cater to our own people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that and being successful at it.
Right.
So that's why you're here. That's why I had to have Black Beauty Supplies, because it's a trip that we support so many different nationality beauty supplies. I don't even want to give them a shout out, but we support them.
Right. First.
But you know what I gotta give Black people? The fact that it may take a little while, but you're gonna find your crowd that really wanna be a part of that movement.
Right.
You just have to be there long enough to really gather those people.
Right.
Yes.
So
right.
I'm actually proud to actually be in that position to really see that take place. So
definitely,
not to focus on the negative, but to really reaffirm the positive and see that, you know, I really saw that for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I could really attest to that. It's a lot of people that really want to support Black-owned businesses.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. That really want to do it. They talk about, oh, this is a bunch of hate. Nah, it's not.
No.
But you also have to.
I feel like that's changing.
Take a different approach. Yeah. You have to. You can't. One thing, a lot of our counterparts are conveniently located.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As soon as you step outside, it's right in between your church and the liquor store. So, like, what is it that's going to take you? What's going to set you apart? You know, why am I going to walk past 10 to go to you?
Right.
And it's about education. It's about the communication, the conversation to explain, especially some of the older ladies. Mm-hmm. You know, they like, oh, I'm going to compare. You know, I'm going to see what it is. And I say, well, you going to compare me to who?
Right.
You going to compare me to somebody
who
don't look like you?
I'm like,
thank you. Right. I'm flattered.
But got 20,000 stores across the U.S. and I won't be able to compete with that. But what I can do I'll bring it to your goddamn car.
Right.
Don't even ever question that. Like, I'll go that extra mile to make sure that you're straight. So, you know, there's that extra touch.
Right, or I know what you're talking about when you call and say, you know, my kitchen.
Yeah, I'll give you a conversation, right?
You know,
we'll talk to you about that.
They don't get.
Go in here and get what you get.
They call you and say,
I'm sure it's a YouTube or something. Yeah, the kitchen is itching.
They call her and say the kitchen is itching.
You know,
just in case you're not familiar with the kitchen.
Right.
It's right under here.
Right.
This is the kitchens.
This little blessed part.
This area right here, only a Black beauty supply owner would know that.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel like we had to re-aim our thinking as far as entrepreneurship, knowing that we can be our own boss, knowing that we don't have to go out and work a state job or work, these 9 to 5s, and you can still be successful and be helping you.
I still work my 9 to 5.
I still work my 9 to 5. Don't get me wrong.
For now,
It's
but the
benefits
goal.
in that too.
Y'all just, I'm
It's
gonna go find me a
benefits
9 to
too.
5. I'm gonna go ahead and find me, y'all. Apparently, that's the way to go.
Don't
That's
believe
the-
it.
No, don't believe the hype.
Stay
Shut my ownership up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta. I mean, it's, to me, it was just like a discipline move. Like, okay, they take this money from me and they put it over in my retirement for
Right.
me. So
Right.
that's why I made that decision. And they match it sometimes. So, depending on which, company you work
Right.
for. So
Right.
that was
That's
what I was
security.
thinking
Yeah.
all along, when doing my, when we're going to get that 9 to 5 job. So, let's see. So the corona, has it affected your business, do you think? Has it affected?
It's definitely
business
affected
closed,
my
so-
business. My business
So-
is open.
Okay, so Danny, your business is closed
My business is closed.
because of
Because of a boogie, so to speak. If you really-
COVID for the movement, right?
Coco.
Your business is closed for the movement. And how did they do that? I want to get this on
They
record.
sent like a officer with the. They sent somebody like a representative from the city with the police to come by to
Advise.
So this how they closing down y'all businesses, y'all. This how they
gotta
closing them
visit.
down. They making sure.
Gotta visit. So that's how it
And so tell me your feelings about that. That's not easy to just somebody to come up and say,
Tell you what you gonna do with your
What I'm
life.
gonna do, yeah.
I've been paying the rent here. But you gotta close though right
Taxes
I
now.
bought all this stuff.
I bought all the, exactly.
Who are you? That's what it felt like.
Are we really free? Like, is America really free?
America is suspect. Right
Are we
now.
really free? Yeah.
Hey, looking good right now.
Are we free only to a certain extent?
Oh, well, I mean, you know what? I think we need some answers. I think we got to really look at the paperwork again and see how it started.
The paperwork.
See if it's all lining up, because I don't feel like it is. This is where people died to come to, and now it's feeling like
Right,
maybe we need to die to go somewhere else.
right,
I
right.
don't feel like this is really it's not the dream that it used to be.
That's deep.
Not as of right now.
Right. Because you got a lot of people that have their money invested in their businesses, their homes, and stuff like that, and they just told to, like, don't go to work, don't send your kids to school. You got to do it this way now. And then we're going to worry about all this back payment later. And it's like, no, I already know that's going to come back and bite me. I already know if I don't pay my bills.
Before, when you didn't send your kids to school, you might get a visit from a social worker.
That's
to come
true.
to see what, what's
Right.
going on with
Oh, that's out the window
But
now.
not all that
Right.
is, it's okay to keep your kids at home.
Right.
How convenient for who, though? I don't see how
Somebody pockets has got to be benefiting from
something
this.
going on that we don't know about.
Because our pockets
Yeah.
Not
that
at
wasn't
all.
the plan. We weren't in that business plan.
So, Amber, has it affected you?
Yeah, it has affected. Two things. One is we also have a mini market. By we, I mean my husband and I.
Okay.
So, and it's connected to our store. And so we're
supply at a market.
yes. So
Black business. Black
Really
business.
good?
High five.
Can I touch you? I'm sorry. You did some red on me.
No, you don't believe no other guy.
Look, man. I'm
Oh,
just saying that.
You don't see
that.
wrong.
you don't
I needed
believe.
that inspiration. I had to get
But as far just specifically with regard, so naturally, but specifically with regards to the beauty supply store, we have a very sizable social media presence. We do have a website, and you got to diversify. So my distributors have masks. They have when folks ran out of Lysol, I still had Marvicide. I still had Oster disinfected. So I got disinfectant. I still had alcohol. I got alcohol. I have disinfectant. I have masks. I have gloves. Barbicide. All of those essentials. I have those.
Still right now.
Still right now.
Damn.
Still right now.
I think I got gloves and masks.
Yeah. Well, you got some essentials.
Yeah, I have. So I feel like I qualify.
You do.
That whole essential status. Like,
You absolutely do. No, you absolutely do. And I've seen for some of the people that have gone around and the health department has come to their location, they've been advised to do curbside only. So they, people call their neighbor.
Have you contacted the health department to find out?
Hey, man. They ain't checking for me. I ain't checking for them. All systems are go.
Right.
Calm down,
Don't
sir.
Don't start there right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, like I said, but I've been selling way more masks than edge control these days.
Right.
But the braided hair, these protective styles. So between the braided hair and the mask, I've been afloat.
Yes, that's a good style. Braids right now. Protective styles right now.
That and along, like I said, with having the mini market, and there is, it's open now. So
you guys running the mini
get
market with 6 feet distance and only a certain amount of people in there.
It's
like
a
that.
mini market. It ain't Winco. I mean, they not flooding. There ain't no line outside.
Right. Okay.
It's been it's been interesting even for that business because you're getting people who never come into your store before or never knew that you were there. Shout out to the Source LA. Shout out to We Are LA AF. They've been publicizing local and small businesses, minority businesses, Black businesses that still have products. We still have toilet paper, we have bread, we have things. We're getting them. It's a lot more difficult to get them. Okay. And then you have people who complain about the prices. Right. They want to accuse us of price gouging. Well, we're not a big box store. We don't sell cases of water. We sell 8 Dasani for $1.39. So if you would like 12, do the math. Right. If you would like 35, do the math. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep that same energy. And sometimes people feel some type of way. Well, Winco has it, just like how they compare you to Walmart. Well, Winco has it for this much or that much, or to Walmart. I say, well, I'm flattered that you're comparing me to them, and that's when the education comes in. Right. You don't know how much I spent for it. You strolled in here at noon without a line and got what you needed. How much do you pay for convenience?
So you feel like you can maintain your standards still within this. Yeah.
I mean,
that don't mean cutting your prices.
We're comparable to the airport. We're comparable to the gift shop at the hospital. We're comparable to those small businesses that provide. 7-Eleven. We're not even, at least even 7-Eleven is a franchise, but we're getting up before a day to only be allowed to get 1 case of something. Right. To bring it to you, and you have the audacity to complain. Right. Get up at 6 a.m. and wait at Costco like everybody else. Get in line. But don't try and tear down my business. Right. Because you feel my pricing is inappropriate, and you want me to put your family before mine. Right, and you still have to pay for you have to pay for convenience. It's that simple. You have to pay for convenience. It's not convenient.
When you're in Vegas and you stop at one of them.
Oh yeah, it's Spotlight Easy Street.
$25 for a charger.
Exactly.
If you need one,
because you broke yours or left it in Vegas at the hotel.
There are places that do provide.
What's the overhead on that Louis bag? Let's talk about that.
Right. Yes.
There are places that provide convenience, make your life easier. Because time is money.
And you'd be so glad to see it.
You don't have to spend 30 minutes to go somewhere. You can go 5 and pay a little more. I feel like it's worth paying a little more to go that 5 minutes instead of that 30.
Right. Or don't come, or don't buy it. But stay off the timeline with that. I'm just saying.
But it's not always like that, because sometimes you save money coming to it, so it's give and take.
Yeah.
Right. So some principles you have for life, Danny. I know you opened up and told me a little bit about buying the beauty supply for your family and being able to have it to leave it as a legacy. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the principles that you live by and how that's driving you in this business.
Oh, like I said earlier, you gotta be what you're looking for. So a lot of times you would look for somebody to do something, or you would hope that, you know, in life you can get a head start. And so I'm just trying to, you know, do that. So I figured I could lead them a house.
Right.
Each, I got 2 daughters, a house each, and then at least a store. You know, one of them gonna want to be in business for themselves. I think my youngest might be the one to take the charge, but I
Okay.
think the oldest one to hold it down for a little while.
That's not her passion.
Right now, so I'm not sure where she's gonna be at. You know, she's probably like a YouTuber or something. So we'll see.
Right. So maybe she can run the marketing of the beauty supply.
Probably, yeah.
Something like that.
Fall in line somehow, somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. But yeah, definitely want to give them a head start. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
explain to them what a head start is, and make sure that they really like, you know, use it as such. Because I feel like rent is usually like a big portion of whatever money you make monthly, and I feel like if you don't have to pay that, then
Right.
You wouldn't.
Well,
Stack
actually,
that.
mortgage.
Right.
Mortgage. We don't start saying rent.
be responsible for the taxes,
Right.
and
Yeah.
who knows after that.
Okay.
So I wish I would have had that, because I would.
Right. So you feel like that you want to give them something that was a little bit missing from
Yeah,
from your
absolutely,
life. Yeah.
absolutely.
So you think you really would have appreciated it had you had it then,
I
or you
believe
think
that.
that?
Don't try to kill my dreams.
I'm not trying to kill you.
I want to feel like I was in the
Say
perfect.
that.
I want to feel like I was in the perfect recipient of that. So let's just go with that story.
I mean, that's how people want to feel.
You know what?
but-
At the end of the day, it boils down to the education and the way that the level of understanding that you're rearing into your children at the time. It's not a handout, but it is an educational tool. Just like you teach them how to read and write and cook and clean and all those things, you teach them how to be their own boss. You teach them how to be, you know, responsible. You teach them how to look at the big picture and not the small picture, and decide who they want to be.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because your
Right.
money,
The
how to make
value.
your money grow, like
Exactly.
invest in assets and not, you know, liabilities.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Because a lot of us, you know, may
Do
have had the
something more.
opportunity to have grandmama's house, but we didn't know what to do with it.
Right, and it's still
You know,
foreclosed
So
on.
yeah, and nobody. I don't want to say,
It's still
you know what I mean?
foreclosed
So
on.
there's been opportunity, we just didn't know what to do with it. So the education is key.
I'll leave you with this. As a parent, it's your job to make your kids' life better than yours, to push them further than you had the opportunity to be pushed. So if you've done that, then you.
I kind of believe that, but I kind of don't, because I feel like a lot of the issues that you go through is what puts you in the spot that you're in right now. You it gives you values to where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I hadn't went through being a teenage mother or being, you know, going through some of the deep roads that I went through, I wouldn't have sacrificed no more. I would have just kept on doing what I was doing because it was working that way. But until I realized that was
So
the
if
problem,
it's
that
your
was
job
an
to
issue.
put your kid in the position to have their life better than yours was, that's a big umbrella.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really, it's not real generic. You could pretty much create that.
You would want her.
You can
You
create
would
that.
want your child not to have this go through the same mistakes. So at
Definitely.
least, as far as better, you would advise her against some of those things that you've actually been through.
Of
You
course.
Okay.
still make them work for whatever it is they need to.
Right.
Of course, but I'm just saying that still in my life, I know that it was some of those tough roads that I went through. That's what made me the person I am today. You know what I'm saying?
That never stop.
And so you're never going to really be able to save them from what they're going through, or what they're going to have to go through. Even if it's financial, even if it's whatever, emotional. They're going to go through those things.
Go through
We
something,
go through,
but the
yeah,
hardships.
with the hardships.
Could
But
be a lot different. You don't have
Yes,
to.
they
You don't have
can
to
be.
know about, you know, sleeping on the floor. You don't
Yeah.
have to know about, you
Living
know,
in a
scratching
one-bedroom
somebody.
or-
You
yeah,
don't have to know
exactly.
about that. You're gonna know about something else. You're gonna know about hard work and being a good person and having morals and a core value and those things. But you don't have to know about the block being hot.
right, you don't have to know about that. You don't have to know.
You ain't
about
never gonna know about a hot block. You gonna know about it, but you ain't gonna experience it. It's gonna be a conversation.
Right,
every
right. Yes, definitely. And
That's just me.
This made a segue to trapping, yo. Don't worry about that.
So Amber, we had a great conversation. I had a great conversation with both of them on the phone before we even did this interview. But Amber, we talked about just like Black women supporting Black women and how that was a hurdle to you when starting off this Black beauty supply.
Yeah. Well, like I said, coming from Black Businesswoman Rock, I was already exposed to a lot of phenomenal professional women in business at various levels. There were those that were just getting started, who aspired to open a business or start a business in any capacity. There were those who've been in business for years. There were those who had retired, etc. So it was a gamut of women. So I already was able to reach out to women, feel safe in letting them know what it is that I want to do, what are my goals, and be transparent about that and ask for help. Mm-hmm. So then I also made a point of getting connected with other owners. This is my first time meeting Danny, but we got a shout out on social media at one point, and I kept that ball rolling. The same way, like continue to shout out his business. Because I just feel like if you're open, you can receive more. Right. Being open. But I've also found through this journey that, especially working with my sisters, is that we got a little baggage. We got some trust issues. We got a lot of baggage. Not little. We have some trust issues. We got a lot.
You just settle down.
We have and the thing is that we're not like. We try to do a little group economics. We try to strategize around getting everybody to make sure that they have what they need for their stores. Advertising together, cross promoting, referring each other, things like that. And then there's been times where there's been conversations where something didn't go as planned, and then the trust is completely gone. Right. Yeah. Like, oh, you couldn't get that? Well, that's why I can't do business. Why I don't like to do it. I'm like, oh, man,
but they will go to Sally Mae Sue all the time, even though they follow them around the beauty supply and act like they steal it.
Now, sis, keep price it. Okay, well, you know what? Keep shopping. I'm working on the price. Right. Just keep shopping. The more you buy, the more you save. How about that? It's about, I personally, just make a point to be focused on the big picture. And the big picture is the success of these businesses and the legacy that I'm leaving for my family. Right. And if that means that, I let you say something slick and I don't respond. Right. That's what it is. It's okay. Because I'm big picture. It's okay. Exactly. I'm putting eyes on the prize. You know what I mean? All that right there is irrelevant. Look at this Rona. Look at all the stuff that we thought was important. Look at all the stuff that we, folks, it's folks out here fighting for their lives and they don't care about nothing else. Right. You know what I mean? And it's resetting folks and it's putting things into perspective. But this has also been an opportunity to level the playing field for us. Yes. And I feel like us culturally as Black people have been advanced to go. Right. It's sisters out here that's making masks. Right. It's sisters out here that's making hand sanitizer. Mm-hmm. Brothers too. It's folks out here that's doing delivery services. Instacart is popping. Right. People are getting innovative with ways to help each other and save and rely on each other. There's folks out here cooking, making food and making meals, and the government is like, we need masks, we need gloves, we need sanitizers, we need somebody to feed our disabled, we need somebody to feed our elderly. Pull up. Right. They ain't asked about your degree, your certificate. They need your mask. They like, we need today. So all that stuff is red tape. They dropped the red tape and said, pull up. If you able, come get it. It's yours. We need you. Yes. And it's like this. That's what the COVID-19 has really done for innovators. Right. People that are real innovative.
Do something.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's allowing you to.
It's bittersweet.
Yeah,
it's bittersweet. It definitely is.
It is.
All change is bittersweet.
Yeah. And then there's a trust issue.
Never really anything bad. It's a matter of you staying the course long enough to see where it's good about it.
Right.
Right.
So it's never anything bad. It's different.
Right. And that's what I mean when I say re-aim, because I feel like we were just aiming our attention on what we wanted, just being consumers.
Mm-hmm.
That's where all of our attention as African American people have been, to be consumers. And so when you guys open up your beauty supplies, black beauty supplies catering to black people, that I can go in there and I can, and people.
Latinos pull up.
Latinos, I gotta get it. Latinos.
That's why I see.
I can't even knock that. Like, you can say whatever you want about. I don't care. Black people, I'm going record. You can say whatever you want about Latinos. They fuck with you though.
No,
you got something? What's up? They'll come fuck with you.
Oh yeah, they have some loyalty when it comes to loyalty.
So let's make
Yeah,
that clear.
exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
regardless of whatever issues has been in the past, like the bottom line, they will come. You know,
They support. Definitely.
So,
That's always been like their culture to me. Is that
it's
they've
back
been
and forth,
very
yo. Like
supportive.
we support, we throw it to them too. So it ain't like, you know,
Right.
But I feel like
'Cause I love me
that
some
should be
Mexican
understood.
food. I love me some
We
Mexican
want you to
food.
chip each other, huh?
Taco Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay.
So our ability to be able to adapt to what's going on is just really
it's not new to
what's
us.
gonna
We've
save
been
us.
talking about give us 50 feet.
Exactly.
We've been saying that.
We've been saying that. Oh my gosh, no, seriously, when we in line, we be asking, we be looking at people. Like, you really have to be this close to me?
2 feet, but I think it got bigger.
Yeah.
50.
Give me 50.
It got bigger.
Man, I thought it was just me.
No, we've been that way. Like, okay, personal space,
Yeah,
boundaries.
exactly.
Becky, you ain't gotta be that close to tell me what you have to say. You don't have to
Exactly.
come in my cubicle.
Touching your hair.
Right,
I don't know where your hand been. No, you can't touch my hair.
Who made this at the potluck? Like, who made this? I see what she do at her desk.
Yes.
So I mean, but now one thing that I've noticed now, with the backlash from the coronavirus and the COVID-19, that people are now in fear of going to Asian-owned establishments.
Yeah, they are.
And so now they like, who else got something open?
Exactly.
Oh, well,
So true.
and I had an attitude like, oh, now you want to know. But
Right.
I'm like, good to see you. Welcome. Keep coming back.
I feel like you've done it. I'm sorry.
No, I haven't. That's not my spirit. That's the Virgo on the inside.
You came close, but you went the other way.
I keep it in. And I'll be like, well, good to see you. You know what? Because you know what we need from each other is we need a smiling face.
Yeah.
We need a welcoming spirit.
Right.
We need somebody to look us in our eyes and see us when we come in and be glad to see us.
Right.
Not dread. Not to mention, I got brothers walking in here with straight do-rags and beanies and gloves pulling up,
Right,
and it ain't no fear. Because I know my brothers.
Right.
I know my brothers. And so, I want to be the change. I want to be the positive black business experience. You know what I mean? Because we know there's something to the contrary, and that's in all businesses. We all have
definitely.
good and bad services,
all
everybody.
Yeah.
But I have had I have had way more consistent negative service from my counterparts than I have from my own folks.
That is so true. But we
what
still
I'm saying?
support though. Some kind of way.
There's that.
Still support.
It's about. This is an opportunity for us to have a little bit more exposure. Now we, at the top of the totem pole, you better run with it. Be ready.
Yes.
Be ready. So when they pull up, do you have such and such? No, but let me figure out how to get it for you. Hold on.
Let me call Danny.
Can you wait a day?
Let me call Danny. Danny got it on his Let me call Kendall. Yes.
Exactly.
Definitely.
I personally just want to be a service to our people. Like, we need something good.
Right.
We need a positive space.
Being in business for 20 plus years, I've helped over probably like 17 businesses become into existence.
Established.
Yes.
People see you doing something and feel like
they inspire to
they
do
can
it themselves.
stand and talk to you for a little while and get a little bit of inspiration.
Right.
And turn that into something. So.
Right.
Yes.
We've done it time and time again. But
Definitely.
this time they can't burn us down.
And
That's right.
they trying to COVID-19.
Not today. Not today. We gonna figure out a way.
wait, okay, yes, we are. Yes, and like you say, delivery service, whatever you gotta do, you gotta get online.
Delivery, shipping.
Yes.
For curbside pickup, they call it outside.
Gotta open up the trap.
Open it up, no, open it up.
Get the trapping.
Put in these bars, you got it.
Right, exactly. Let me see. So the products. This is my last question about the Black Beauty Supplies. I know the hair is always an issue. Getting the hair from China, getting the human hair. Is that an issue? Are you charged more? Do you? What's the perspective on that? Products, hair, all of it.
Companies try to sometimes put stipulations on some of the accounts that you open. They go extreme, like they want you to spend like $10,000. Well, some companies
To start, so that's your
first purchase
initial.
has to be $10,000. Like who needs $10,000 worth of anything? I have a whole store that I gotta have a variety.
I
of
couldn't
products.
fit $10,000 worth of
Yeah.
some
Merchandise.
packages bigger than like a regular bottle or something. I could put $10,000 worth of liquids on the shelf.
Yeah.
But $10,000 worth of hair with the packaging and everything that comes along with it, that's difficult.
It's unnecessary.
You don't even know how it comes from them. Like you don't know what comes in what packaging.
right.
You don't know if you have that capability to store it.
So is that that's supposed to be
You
like a
stop-
barrier
No,
or?
but you can
It's
also
unreasonable.
it's just it's unreasonable, it's unnecessary, it's not blanket, nothing is in writing. So it's you call and talk to somebody, you call today, talk to this one, they say 10,000, call, talk to the next one, they say 7,000. Call, talk to so and so,
Yeah.
They let me in for 1,500. Wait,
Right.
what? So it's no rhyme or reason. It's the win.
So it's like the street game.
Basically, it can get rough. I mean, but you know what? You can get what you need. You can get it.
You can figure it out.
It's attainable.
Yeah.
If somebody tell you they not getting it, it's about how much do I want it? How much is the demand? I don't have weave human hair in my store,
Okay.
and I'm I got braided hair.
Right.
I have wigs. At this present moment, I don't have the demand for that.
Okay.
So my store, I'm next to a barbershop, so I have a large male clientele. I have a lot of men's products.
So you're getting brushes
So
and
yeah, I
stuff
have
like that.
a lot of brushes and do-rags. That's why I got so much Marvicide and Barbicide,
Okay, yeah.
because the fellas are pulling up. The ladies are coming in more and more. That's growing. But I take my show on the road. I hustle hard. You say trapping, I hustle hard. I'm at vendor events.
Stop doing that.
I'm at the Merc
Right.
cars.
He's trapping for life.
I'm at the
I might get a tattoo.
Right, when the salons were open, I would drive to all of the salons. I'm not gonna wait for y'all to come to me to give me what I need when I'm trying to. This is a dream. We trying to make this happen.
Not never
Right.
no more.
Yeah, so I gotta. If y'all ain't coming in, I guess it's time to take it to the street.
Come
Yeah.
and pull up.
I'm gonna pull up my game, man. I'm gonna games with you. Ask about me.
Well, I want to thank you guys for coming to the podcast.
I want to thank you for having me.
And yes, definitely. So I hope. Did you want to give out your Instagram?
At Ace Beauty Official. At Ace Beauty Official.
Yeah, you can find me. Everything is Temple Beauty Supply. Temple Beauty Supply on Instagram, on Facebook.com, at Gmail. I also want to point out that I make a point to open my platform to other businesses. So when you come shop at Temple Beauty Supply, I have Green Family Jewels, I have Sensational Soaps, I have Zurich, and a lot of other black brands. Big Hair Don't Care, Beards and Below, just to name a few. But it's about making sure that we all eat, we all win. The majority of the black hair care products, we try to make sure that we keep those in hand and on stock. Shout out to Honey Pot, Roots Natural,
Oh yeah.
Talia YG, Main Choice, Miel, the Hawaiian Silky, go old school with it,
Right.
They still want that dry look. They still want that dry look. But and shout out to the other black-owned beauty supply stores. You may not be in Hawthorne
Girl Cave.
or Carson. Girl
Maddie's
Cave
Beauty
LA,
Supply,
yeah, Maddie's Old School, Lux and Glam, Texture Tech,
We doing it out here, y'all. We doing
VIP,
it.
What's the one on Central?
Studio.
Supplies.
Studio City, Superstar Hair and Wigs, Simply Divine Beauty Supplies, Sandra's.
I feel bad. I need to do more
Events.
networking.
Hey man, it's all of us. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's about the reason that you
Building
go
that
other
community, too.
places is because they're more convenient. It's somebody just around the way. Just ask. Call anybody can call me and ask. Hey, I'm in Upland. You can go to Beauty Zone. You know, I'm in Palmdale. You can go to VIP. I'm in Lancaster. You can go to Diamond. You know, it's somewhere. We out here.
Mm-hmm.
Just take the time to seek us out, and we'll do the best that we can to accommodate you.
Yeah, if you Google black-owned beauty supplies, it
Yeah.
come up like that.
Yeah, some of us is in there. Some of us ain't. But ask, inquire, take the extra step. Go on your IG.
I'm gonna leave you guys with this one word, and that's adaptability.
Absolutely.
The ability to change or to be changed to fit new circumstances is a crucial skill for leadership. And that's from John Maxwell. So I just want to leave y'all with that.
Even cosmetologists, entrepreneurship and knowledge, bringing all of this. Hey, we gon' take it beyond the chair. Hey, we gon' take